I'm Rod Bierman. I'm a principal at Offit Kurman, and I'm here with John Durante from Durante Rentals.
I called up and I said, I have 6 months left of payments and I'm done. I am eating through all of my savings. I need help. And my interest rate at the time was 8.5, which was pretty high given the past 20 years, scale of interest rates. When I happened to buy, they were at a peak. And I said, I need help. They said, no, we could do for you. I called up the next month. I said, I only have 5 months left. I need help. I called every single month. The 6th month, I didn't call. I just made my final payment. I had zero money in the bank. I was officially at zero. I didn't pay them. So I paid them that payment, and then I never called them again. And then a month later, they called me and said, hey, you missed your payment. I said, I know, I've called you guys for 6 months from now, I needed help. And they said, okay, well, we can help you now that you missed a payment. I said, but I have no money now. You could have helped me 6 months ago when I actually had some money. And so I went 10 or 11 months without paying my home mortgage. And I said to them, I said, look, I'm not looking to string you out. I said, I'll sign my deed over. I said, I made a commitment that I can't honor. And from there, right at that same time, I had put together a plan to start Durante Rentals too. I knew this business so well. Growing up in it. I did every job. I worked in every department. I really, really understood how this business worked. I got the insight of United Rentals for those 6 months, which gave me a side of business that I had never seen before. Ironically, we hit, like 5 years in, we pulled out the original 5-year plan, and our numbers were like within pennies. And when you're talking 30-40% jumps every year, and 3-4 years in, we literally hit almost every number that we had put on paper to say this is what we're going to do. We borrowed money from private money lenders at 12% interest. We borrowed money from finance sources that I used to use at the old Durante at 12% interest, which is not easy to pay back when you're paying 12% on money. We borrowed from a competitor. So our biggest competitor was a gentleman that used to work for my dad. He went off on his own. We both sold our businesses to United at the same time. They merged them together. He then went off on his own. When his non-compete ended, he went up and opened again. So we opened up again. So there's the two of us back in New York operating again. And he's struggling as, I'm not saying financially, but business-wise, the recession hit. Everybody's got equipment in their yard. So we approached him and said, listen, we have a deal for you. We will take, I think it was $200,000 worth of equipment, give or take. This is the list of stuff that we need. We'll buy it for you at fair value, not even at a discount. And then we'll pay you 11% on your money over 3 years or 2 years, whatever it was. And he said, you know what, I'm gonna go for that because it was sitting not doing anything anyway in his yard. He got a really good sales price on it. So it wasn't like he dropped his numbers. And on top of that, he got 11%. So we really, Chris Jones likes to joke that we got denied for our first copy machine. That's how little credit the three of us had from not paying my mortgage. My credit was in the 500s. My cousin Anthony was in a similar boat, and Chris had just bought his house and really didn't have any extra money. So everything that we did to start this company was on borrowed money. When you borrow money, you're personally signing for everything. There's a huge risk. There's a huge risk that you're not going to be able to afford to pay these people back. And if you lose it, you lose whatever you did have left. So if we lost it, Chris would have lost his house. I would have lost my home and whatever other real estate I had at the time. So it's nerve-wracking, and it kind of gets you up every morning when you owe out $1 million, then $2 million, then $7 million, then $20 million, now $40 million, $25 million now. It's nerve-wracking, where every day you have payroll, you have insurance, you have taxes, you have trucks, you have equipment, and you have your bank notes. And, it's a spiral. So the moment you can't pay one, you can't pay two, you can't pay three. So, having a plan is the number one piece of advice I have for anybody now.